Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Zelda Cast here on ZeldaDungeon.net. My name is Andy Spiteri, joined by Allison Aletha. Al, how you doing?
I'm doing as good as I can be doing, and that's all I can say. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I had a lot of so for anybody listening on podcast form, we played a nice little game because we stream these episodes every week on
Mhm.
Twitch, twitch.tv/the ZeldaCast. And Allison was trying to remember what my middle name was. She claims that she knew it at one point, and I don't know if she ever knew it, but we played a
I
game
literally
and we
told
found
you
it
the
out.
story. I told you the
Well,
story of how I knew it.
what was that said? You wanted to yell at me in like full name form?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the marathon,
yeah.
probably during coup.
There are lots of opportunities where that could have happened. Uh, so yes, we played a fun little game. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling energized and ready to go. I'll tell you this, I feel a lot better than I felt on Friday when the Nintendo Direct happened, which is what we're going to talk about today. And Doom and I did like an emergency episode of the Omega Metroid podcast. I was willing to wait, but he was like, "No, we got to do it." And I was like, "All right, all right, all right." And I was like a shell of a man on that show. I was so tired. I had such a long week. Um, my energy levels were like critical, and we got back up as the show went on. But
Hmm.
today I feel ready to go. I feel chipper. I was playing Silk Song before coming here. Love that
Nice,
game, so I feel good.
nice. I
Yeah.
was doing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 yesterday. That has completely taken over my gaming schedule, and then which makes me feel not great after seeing the direct and seeing how my
Oh
gaming
boy.
schedule is once again going to change, but like in a good way. Like this is a good problem to have.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, we were talking about it before. This is gonna be just an insane end
End
to
of the year.
2025.
Yeah. Yes.
I yeah, we'll talk about it when we get to Age of Imprisonment, but like, oh my goodness. Really quickly, someone was asking if I was going to stream Silk Song. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of like, I mean, I haven't been streaming anything really, but I'm kind of now in the point where I'm in like the second act of the game, so like maybe there's some spoiler stuff, and like I don't want
Mm,
to put that out there for anybody not up to speed with the game. Not that there's like a ton of spoilers in the game, I guess necessarily, but I don't know. So we'll see.
mhm.
I'm really enjoying Silk Song though. Like I just, man, this game is so incredible, and I'm gonna say this right now. Some of these games that are coming out for the rest of the year also look absolutely incredible, including Metroid Prime 4, obviously. But like, it's gonna take a hell of a game to beat Silk Song for Game of the Year.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's fantastic, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I think anything that's going to compete for my game of the year personally is going to come out at the end of this year because I don't think I've done a lot of new games this year. So we'll
Which is
see.
strange because I feel like I hadn't either. Like Q4 in this this month is just like bam, 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 bam. Here's all your games.
Yes. I remember like 2023 being a really big year for me personally, all the new games that I played, even though some of them might not be new, but they were new to me, and I was just like, bam, new game, new game, new game. But this year has been kind of like a lot of repeat comfort games, I think.
Right.
So yeah, that's just the way it is, especially if there's like you're still waiting for something to come out, or like you just don't have interest, or you just have a plan like me to play something and you're like, I can't play Donkey Kong yet, and now I don't know when I'm gonna play Donkey Kong. Like,
Yeah. Um we'll get into it, but like, oh my goodness, this is just like this release schedule is just absolutely crazy for the rest of the year. So, okay, as everybody knows, we had a Nintendo Direct this week. I gotta say, this is one of the most fortuitously timed Nintendo Directs because I
yes.
was like, what are we going to talk about on this Zelda Cast show for like the next couple of weeks here? We were actually going to dive back into the lore series, but we're going to put that on ice just for a couple of weeks while we analyze everything that came out of the Nintendo Direct and all that kind of stuff. So this is the plan. We're going to talk about Age of Imprisonment today. And we're going to talk about kind of like the release date. We'll talk about some we'll talk about some other things that came up in the trailer, but I think, like, generally speaking, today we're just going to more so be going over the Nintendo Direct, is fair to say. And then next week, what we're going to do is do like a frame by frame kind of breakdown to see what we can learn about the trailer and see if there's anything that maybe we can find. And then I think the week after, we open up the floodgates for questions, fan questions. We'll see if we can answer them and throw some of our own theories in there.
That might be a good week to do that. I was like, oh, I'm so glad the direct came out this week because there's going to be a week where we're not able to record anything or like react to anything until like because we're going to be in Seattle together. So it's just like we were worried. We were like, what are the odds that it's going to happen while we're in Seattle together? Especially because they did it on a Friday this time, which I don't feel like that's
weird.
normal.
I think this is the first Friday Direct ever that I can remember.
It was nice though because I have Fridays off, so I like woke up. I usually wake up at that time to get ready for the gym anyway. So I woke up, I was getting ready for the gym while I was watching it, and it was like a good solid time for me personally because usually I'm at work and trying to pretend like I'm working instead of watching the direct.
Yeah, my work is such that I was just like, guys, I'm gonna come in half an hour late and I'll work like a couple of extra minutes here at the end of the day, and they were like, yep, okay. And so I got to watch the direct. I was doing a lot of work, obviously, on the Metroid side. This was a really big direct for Metroid fans, of course. And but it was not. It's not like there wasn't like a lot of Zelda stuff going on too. So it was a really, I would say like it was a really. It was a good direct, but and there was a lot of games that I was interested in playing, very interested in playing. But I can't say that I also thought that it was like the best direct of all time either. And I think it's maybe because like just the new announcements, I was just kind of like, okay. With one exception. There was one exception to that. But the rest of them I was kind of like, okay. That's fine.
I think I felt that way too. But also I think 60 minutes is a bit long. I think when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Like all this cool news. And then, but there was a point where I was kind of like, oh, we've hit that 40-minute mark where we usually have directs. And I'm like, my attention is starting to wane. And that could just be me, but I was like, 60 minutes is a bit long. And again, it's a good problem to have. I'm like complaining for no reason, but like I just felt like it was a little long.
I don't know that I'd say it was long because I've watched a lot of 60-minute directs in my time. I would say the pacing was a bit awkward.
Maybe that was why I felt that way.
Yeah. Because at the end too, I was kind of like, oh, okay. Like I'm ready.
I feel like so the first 15, 16, maybe 18 minutes was and we'll get into it later, but like the Mario stuff, I felt like that could have been its own direct.
Totally. Yeah, totally. Okay, well, yeah, we're going to go in order of the direct here, but let's just start off with what I think everybody is listening to us to talk about here. The Age of Imprisonment trailer. So we did get a new Age of Imprisonment trailer, and I'm still waiting for that one trailer, like a story trailer that's just like, wow, like this looks like really, really incredible. But I will say, I thought that this trailer was really cool. It showed off some new gameplay mechanics. It showed off some story implications. We got the box art afterwards, but I think like obviously the big thing is we got the release date, and this is. I thought that this game would be coming out in 2026 in like January or February or maybe even March. I was not expecting it to release in November. One, because we already had a November release game, Kirby Air Rider. Two, and I was like, well, if there is a possibility that a second game is going to be released, it's probably going to be Metroid Prime 4 in November. But that was not the case either. And I was like genuinely surprised when they were like, this is coming out November 6th. Because I just feel like that's really close. And I think that there's like still a lot that we don't really know about this game that maybe we should, like, this game's coming out in 6 weeks.
Yeah, I have to say I was surprised too. I know they said winter, so my guess was February. Because it just seemed to make sense when I knew that like Metroid Prime 4 was coming out this year. At least we hoped. It seemed to be, at least, and then Pokemon, so I was just like, I don't know if there's really a spot for a Zelda game to come out this year. So my guess was February. So I was actually shocked too, and I was kind of like taken aback. I was like, oh my gosh, really? Like, okay.
Maybe this is semantics too, but like I feel like to me November is still fall or autumn, like
yes,
I know it can snow, but like in my brain, winter is like December, January,
January, February.
February, maybe March. You know, if you really want to stretch it.
Hmm. I agree with you. I usually can count November as fall, but yeah. So whatever, semantics is fine. I'm totally okay with it coming out that soon. I'm excited about it because you know us, like it's really nice to have something to look forward to talk about on the show. So.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. By God.
And then also, I'm really looking forward to all the new information that it'll bring. I realized I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, I'm like real. I know these games are fun and stuff, but I'm really like wanting the info and the lore and the more like details and stuff like that. And I'm playing the game for that reason. And it's kind of funny that that's why I play video games, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm excited about it, even if like it makes me feel like ooh, crunch time. More so, like you more so than me with where all these video games are coming out.
I gotta say, so when they said that this was releasing in November, I was like, oh my God. I was like, obviously in Omega Metroid Prime 4 is a big deal, right? Like, we've been waiting for that game for, I mean, close to 10 years at this point. And so when that comes out, it's going to be crazy. Like, I'm going to be writing walkthroughs. We're going to be doing, like, tons of stuff. We're going to be, you know, the general start of the planning for the next Omega Metroid Marathon is going to be kind of in and around that time, too. So I was like, oh, my God. I have, like, a month to play Age of Imprisonment and talk about, like, before my focus shifts to Metroid Prime 4. And that kind of was like unfortunate because I was like, I really want to take my time with this game, with Age of Imprisonment, and I want to take my time with Metroid Prime 4. And there's some other stuff that they announced here as well, which comes out in the same time that I'm really looking forward to. That I'm also like, man, I'm gonna have to rush through this. So, yeah, I don't know. Some of the games that I want to play are just gonna have to wait, which is kind of the unfortunate reality. But I guess that's a good problem to have. Too many good games to play, right?
It sounds funny, like we're complaining, but like it's not actually that bad. It's just a lot all at once, and that's fine. Yeah. That's a good thing. It's nice to have a backlog that you're looking forward to.
So obviously the November the 6th release date kind of aside, my 2 or 3 big takeaways from this from the trailer were some of the new gameplay mechanics that they've added. It looks like there's like this is like double dash here, like where you can like team up with people and do like combo strikes and stuff like that. You could do that in Age of Calamity, right? This is new to Age of Imprisonment.
I think it is new to Age of Imprisonment, but I feel like I saw that in the last trailer. You see some of the characters teaming up, whether it was Rauru and
maybe
Sona,
you're right.
or Zelda and the Zora champion. So Sage, sorry. And yeah, so I feel like, but it was like really highlighted in this trailer. Yeah. So yes, that I think it's newer to Age of Imprisonment.
And I think they just like officially named it like the Sync Strike or whatever.
Yeah, I like it. That's cool.
A cool name. So they also said that they kind of said like there's a lot of story stuff here that was only lightly touched on in the Tears of the Kingdom video game that we're going to be expanding on in this game, which is pretty cool. And I think like the big thing here was the key artwork that was released, which had a mysterious, very cool looking, by the way, Zonai character that is. I mean, that has to be your Link playable character type for this game, right? Like, they're featured very prominently in the artwork. Looks like a pretty badass warrior. Arm looks very similar to Link. Looks really cool. And the Korok companion that accompanies it. And so last week, Al, we were talking about, like, well, if they're doing the Ocarina of Time Sage kind of idea here, or maybe it was a couple weeks ago we were talking about this, but anyways, we were just like, well, they're missing a Korok, right? Because like the rest of the Ocarina of Time Sages are more or less represented, and like, yeah, you could use Medley from Wind Waker, but like, they were definitely missing that Korok, which is in both Wind Waker and in Ocarina of Time, and lo and behold, here we go, and this Korok looks like he's playable, and like, I just like, I cannot shake this feeling that like, this is like in some form or fashion, like this is going to be the great Deku Tree. I just, call me crazy, come and laugh at me in like, you know, December if this is not the case, but like something just tells me that like this has to be important in some form or fashion here. So I'm gonna call him Little Deku for now.
Okay, little Deku, or maybe he's a little Hestu. I don't know. Like, but I
Maybe,
dig his
yeah.
vibe. I like his little. He seems like a Robin Hood ish kind of character. Like just like his vibe with his little hat and his scarf. And I love that he's like throwing the elemental fruit. You know that seems like it's going to be part of his power. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I was like. I was suspecting that we were going to have some kind of Korok character because we did in Age of Calamity. So it wasn't like a surprise to see him, but I'm like, oh, he's cute. And I can't wait to get to know him a little bit.
Yeah.
His face looks like a piece of lettuce. It's great.
Like a piece of lettuce. You know what? It kind of does, doesn't it?
Like
Um,
a little lettuce face. I love him.
well, he definitely looks like a playable character, and like the screenshots
Oh,
that we
yeah.
have, which I mean, granted, aren't very many, um, don't have that Link equivalent character with him. So we'll see. But that was probably the biggest takeaway from this trailer to me. Also, there was a bunch of cool new like artwork, like character artwork and renders and stuff like that were released. Pretty cool shots of like Raru and Ganon and Sonya and Zelda, Minoru as well. So yeah, a pretty solid trailer. I don't know that I would say it totally like lit my world on fire. I still think that they need a trailer that like is gonna hook people because
I
I
feel
think
like, yeah, it was a little rushed when you compare like the date releases of all the other trailers where it was like a
yeah.
big cinematic kind of like, and again, it's fine. I don't think we're gonna get any other trailers beyond this unless they do like a month out.
Oh,
I
I think
don't.
we have to. I think we have
I don't
to.
know.
Well, because here's my thought: is like obviously yes, you want to highlight the gameplay. I get it. But I feel like the number one thing that Zelda fans or not even Zelda fans, like people like in the Metroid Discord, we were talking about the direct and talking about Age of Imprisonment, and like the number one thing I hear all the time is like it looks like I'm interested in the story, but like I don't like those kind of games. Right? So like I
Yeah.
feel like with the trailer highlighting the gameplay, like it's a good idea obviously because like that's your main that's what you're doing in the game. Like you play a game to play the game. But I think you really got to get a story trailer out there that really hooks in people that might not love this style of game to just be like, "All right, I'll go with it just so that I can see what the story is." Cuz like if this wasn't a Zelda game, like I wouldn't necessarily be into it either, right? Like if that for me, I want like that story to hook me in. Otherwise, it's just like Hyrule Warriors, which is more gameplay than story. And that's not fair because there's a great story in that game, but like the story connects to like the broader Zelda lore. Let's just say.
hmm Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying. I wonder if we're not gonna get that because this isn't like the mainline Zelda that Nintendo is used to promoting. This is kind of because I don't think we got like a big story moment trailer for Age of Calamity either. So I think since this is more of a partnership, it's not going to be on that level, and that's okay.
Hmm.
Um, I wanted to go back to like the artwork. I really appreciate that since 2017, 20 or earlier, like this artwork has all been really like so detailed and so beautiful. Like it's a piece of like a painting or an artwork, and it's been the same in this whole era of Zelda. And I freaking love that because I'm looking at like the Sonya artwork. She looks stunning, and her hair looks like fire, and she has this really killer bow. And it's just like there's always so much detail, and they all look exactly the same with the same art style. And I think that's really cool that they've been doing that since almost for the last like 10 years.
Yeah. You know what I really appreciate actually is that there isn't like those blue scribbles behind
Oh yeah,
these
like the
characters.
characters from like Breath of
Yeah.
the Wild. Yeah.
Yeah. I hated
Which is
that.
fine. I didn't think that was a big deal.
Oh, I always hated that. Well, because I would take the renders and like use them for like Fall Brawl or like other stuff, right? So like
Oh,
I was
yeah,
just like,
okay.
this blue stuff, like get rid of it. So I
I
appreciate
understand.
that now. Yeah, I think that there's going to be another trailer. I think there has to be. I just like
Mhm.
I don't know. I think there has to be another trailer, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a demo too of this game.
Oh, yeah. That would be fun. And then like with your save file being able to like have the demo be your save file for the original game just like last time.
I would think
I
so.
I don't know. The demo last time is what started us on that train of like, uh-oh, this is not going to
Well,
be what we thought it was.
yes. I mean, to be fair, like that was going to happen in the game. It was almost better to get it out of the way with the demo.
Like a month before.
Yeah, just to set those expectations after Nintendo had falsely set our expectations. So I mean, they doubled down. Like again, they have doubled down consistently, saying like this is part of the story. Like this is part of the canonical story. So
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. There is a treasure box edition coming out for Age of Imprisonment in Japan as well. So looks like you get this is all in Japanese, so bear with me while I try and make sense of this. But you get and it's exclusive to Japan right now, but you get some weapons and stuff like that, some like DLC weapons and stuff. You get I don't know. It's about, oh my goodness, it's about $120 USD. You get the game, a scarf, a fabric poster, a wooden Korok keychain, an acrylic figure depicting a brave Korok and mysterious Zonai figure. So Link and Lil Deku, and two files to download weapons and stuff like that. So it looks pretty cool.
These weapons look awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I would be excited about that scarf. The scarf looks really cool.
Yeah. So. No word yet on if that is coming to North America, but we'll see.
Man, they always get the good stuff.
Well, not always. We got some pretty cool stuff.
They have the art book. I want it.
All right. Okay. Well, so we'll break down more of the Age of Imprisonment trailer on next week's show. See what we can learn. See what we can decipher. But overall, I would say it was a solid trailer. I think it's not the type of trailer that's going to be selling anybody that is not on board with this, and it's not like it kind of like reinforces like, oh, the game will be cool for people that are looking forward to it. And I think if you weren't, this probably didn't do much to change your mind, at least in my perspective.
Okay, I can understand that.
Your thoughts? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I personally, like, obviously because this is my game series, so I'm really excited about it. But like, as soon as I saw like Ganondorf smirk, I was like, all right, here we go. Yeah. And maybe it didn't knock my socks off, but like the date did. So
the date
overall,
sure did. Oh,
overall, I was very excited by the end of it. It was short lived, but I feel like there was a lot in that happened in it as far as gameplay goes that it'll be fun dissecting it next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, not a lot story wise, so I can see what you're saying. If you're outside the Zelda sphere and you're not really into those games, like what's the pull for you to play this?
I might even go further and say, like, even if you are inside the Zelda sphere, but like you're not necessarily sold on those types of games, because there's a lot of people that we work with that are exactly like that. I'm not sure if this like, and to be honest, I don't know if anything is really going to make people that don't enjoy warrior type of games like get a warrior type of game, and I wouldn't blame them for that either. Like I think that's totally fine.
mean, Age of Calamity at least somewhat changed your mind about the Hyrule Warriors games.
It did, yeah, it did. So I don't know. I'm just saying, like I think that there has to be another trailer that is forthcoming here between now and the 6th of November, because I think that there is more to show. Hopefully.
Okay.
So let's talk about this Nintendo Direct, Al, and we're gonna go in chronological order. There was a ton of stuff in this Direct, and just like you, I think that the Mario stuff could and perhaps should have been its own Direct. But here we go. An oddly paced Direct, but we kick off not with the announcement of a new game, but with the announcement of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. An odd title for a movie, I have to say. Wouldn't Super Mario Galaxy just be like better without the movie in there? I don't know.
I mean, if they're following their same like how things look, I imagine they want it to all look like uniform when it comes to the movie. So it was the Super Mario Bros. Movie before, right?
Right.
So they kind of want it to look the same. That would be my guess. But I was actually really surprised to hear when this is coming out, because I haven't been following anything about this movie. Especially with them announcing it, and then they're like, by the way, it comes out next spring, and I was like, oh, that's quick. I didn't realize that's how soon that movie was coming out.
When did Super Mario Bros. Came out in 2023, right?
Yeah, in like April.
Yeah. I think they announced that the sequel was coming out. It kind of caught me by surprise too, like how quickly that crept up to us. But I mean, it's been 3 years. They've probably been working on it like right away ever since. And I think that Galaxy is a good game to follow the story of. Like, it's probably one of the more story focused Mario games for whatever that means. Have you played the Galaxy games, Al?
Nope.
Okay.
Big shocker there.
Well, okay. So the general gist is like you meet the character of Rosalina, and she's like the caretaker of this, of the spaceship or whatever. And she's kind of like the mother to all of the, oh god, I can't remember the Lumas, like those like little bouncy star things or whatever. You find out a little bit more about like her and that world, and Bowser kind of does his thing too. So I mean, listen, it's not like there's not like a ton of story, but for a Mario game, there's probably more story than your average Mario game.
Okay.
So I think that'll be fun.
I think it'll sound fun, and based on what I've seen of the Galaxy games, the visuals of the movie are probably going to be really fun.
Yeah. I do wonder, because like I think Galaxy is like a blast to play. It's so fun. It's probably it might be the best Mario game actually, like ever. I could make that argument, but I wonder if it's more fun to play than to look at, like for a movie. If that makes sense.
I don't know. Like I felt like when they did the movie of the first Mario movie, they did it in such a way where it looked really fun while still looking like you were kind of playing a Mario game, like a 3D Mario game.
Yeah.
And they had like all the elements of OG Mario and made it look fun. So I feel like they can do that with this, especially with like the gravity and all that kind of stuff, and like the little roaming planets. Like I think that they could have a fun time animating this, and it'll look fun and beautiful and whimsical.
Yeah. Well. There wasn't much other than just the announcement that it's coming. All the cast is coming back. They did not say who would be voicing Rosalina, so maybe that's coming. I have to imagine Rosalina is going to be a big part of this movie. So
I would think so.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm surprised we're getting Rosalina before Daisy.
You know what? I don't know if I'm like that surprised. I look at Daisy, and it is hard, I feel like, not to feel like she's just like a real carbon copy of Peach. And I think like, especially with kind of the prominence of Pauline in the last couple of years, like Daisy feels even like less important. That's just my take. I don't know, maybe if there's a Daisy defender out there, let me know. But
in the OG live action, right? That was Daisy.
Yeah, it was Samantha Mathis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If that Daisy came back, I'd be very excited.
Yeah, she was a fun Daisy. She was
a good Daisy. Speaking of Super Mario Galaxy, Galaxy 1 and 2 are arriving on Nintendo Switch, complete with amiibo and a physical storybook that Rosalina has in the game. So that's kind of cool. Apparently, there's going to be some more like pages that are added to the storybook that you can collect in the game. I do have to say, I feel like, and we were talking about this last week with the 3D All-Stars, but like this is kind of a little bit lesser. Like the announcement was not as impactful because we have Galaxy out there already. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
So these are not. It's like All-Stars where they're not like remakes or anything. They're just porting it to the Switch.
I mean, it sounds like they're doing a little bit more. Like they did say that they're adding in more stuff in Super Mario Galaxy. I kind of missed if they were doing that in Galaxy 2 or not. But so it doesn't feel like as haphazard as the 3D All-Stars.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
I feel like I always hear really good things about people liking the Galaxy games, so I'm excited for those folks. Maybe someday I'll play them.
They are incredible. I will say, coming out October 2nd. Like every month has like these like ginormous titles. Like October has Mario and Pokemon, and then you get
maybe they're feeling like, oh, we didn't really have very packed launch to the Switch 2. Let's like pack it all at the end of the year.
Yeah, well, honestly, like because I feel like the last couple of months have been like pretty lackluster for game releases. Like, why don't we move some of these back into the summer? You know, like you telling me that Galaxy could be ready for August?
Yeah, maybe Pokemon could have come out in August.
I don't know, maybe. We'll get there. Next up is Mario Tennis Fever. This looks like a Mario Tennis game if I ever saw one. I feel like the Mario Tennis franchise to me is kind of like... Actually, Mario Sports franchise in general. There's probably an argument to be made in like the N64 or GameCube era that these were like really, really good games. But these to me just kind of seem like... How do I say this? Nintendo's like, we need a game that is going to be low effort but needs to fill a month. Like, let's just slap a Mario Tennis game out there. If it's good, then great. But if it's not, then like whatever. Let's just get it out. And that to me is what like the Mario Tennis and golf and soccers have kind of turned into.
Mm-hmm. I'm not the target audience for this, so I was like, oh, all these little power-ups are kind of cool and fun and seem like a fun way to strategize the game a bit, but like I don't play tennis, I don't really watch tennis, and I already am not the biggest like I'm going to go out and play Mario, so for me this is not that target audience, but it seemed like a fun thing to reveal for Mario's 40th. Which is what all this was about. Did we even mention that they were like they started off this direct by celebrating Mario's 40th, and that's why the like first third of the direct was for Mario.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if we mentioned that, but
no. Mario's turning 40. Good for him. There's a story mode in here, and like I don't know what it is with the Mario series and their weird fascination with like babies. Why is everyone always a baby? Like, I don't know, is that weird? Like, I feel like it's weird.
I guess I just don't care. I'm really indifferent about it.
Well, let's move on. Super Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 edition. There's like an actual like talking little flower guy coming out from Mario Wonder.
I kind of love that. Yeah.
It reminded me of the fish from The Sopranos, the one that's on the wall that like sings when you press the button.
Okay.
This wasn't for me either. I thought Mario Wonder was fine. We talked about it last week. The expansion is going to be mostly multiplayer focused. The Bella Bella Park. Yeah.
Yep. Haven't played it, so that's okay. Good. I hope the Mario Wonder fans are happy about it.
I will say, I think that we're going to get... You know how, like, for the first couple of years, like, every single Nintendo Direct had, like, a port of something that was on the Wii U coming to the Switch? Mm-hmm. I think, like, Switch 2 editions of Switch games are now our Wii U ports.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
There were a ton on this Direct.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was a ton on the last Direct, too.
Yep.
Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I'm not the target audience for this either. I do think that the visuals look really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think like Yoshi games just are. How do I say this? I feel like they're too simple for me, and I don't mind a simple game like at all, but there's something about them that they're just really simple, and they all have like a bunch of stuff that you can collect during a level, and like that's fine, but like I feel like by having all this stuff that you collect, it just kind of masks that it's just like kind of like a simple level that isn't really challenging, or and that's maybe a blanket unfair general statement. I'm sure people could pull levels that like refute this to me, but I don't know. I have to say this didn't do much for me either, which was too bad because it's like this is one of the big games that they announced.
I could see myself playing this though. I don't know if I'm gonna go out of my way, but I feel like I was like, oh, cute, like a book, and you like collect things, and it gets added to your book, and you learn about those things, and that information gets added to your book. I think that's kind of cute. So I don't know. I could totally
it's low pressure platforming, right? Like, which is it's fine. Like, there's definitely an audience for that. I just don't know if I'm the audience. Like, I'm playing Silksong right now, where like literally every movement matters. So like, you know,
I don't know about that. The high stakes, like, ugh. But like this seems really cute and quaint, and like I could totally, it kind of gave me like Winnie the Pooh vibes with like the book, you know.
Yeah, good call.
And so yeah, I think I could play this game if I like am in a rut or like a dry spell with like not sure what to play. I feel like I could buy this if it's on sale too, which I know not a lot of Nintendo games go on sale, but I could see myself playing this, so we'll see.
Okay, let's blitz through these next couple. I feel like I can guess what you have to say about lots of them, and it's probably the same as me.
Hmm.
Storm Lancers, which is a roguelike 2D action game. I don't know, Al. Maybe we could play it co-op together. What do you think?
Nah.
Do you even remember this from the direct?
No.
Okay.
I want to like whenever we do a direct episode, I always feel bad because there's stuff I don't care about, and I don't like poo on like people's like I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. They might like this game. I'm indifferent. Sorry.
Yuck anybody's yum.
You ever heard that?
No. No.
Okay.
Not at least before like 2 a.m. Um, let's move on. Dinkum is the next game, actually. How about this, Al? This, you know what? This, I was like, if anyone is gonna like this, it's gonna be Allison. I thought this was like so rough. This was like an Animal Crossing style, like a resource building game or whatever, but set in the Australian outback. By the way, Al, I just put the link to the article that I'm reading that has all this in the Zelda Cast chat, like the stream chat here, if you want.
Yep, I'm on that article.
Okay. Are you going to be getting Dinkum?
No. So I want to say when we talk about Tales of the Shire, people were kind of like, this wasn't really what I was looking for, and I want to think that part of it is that maybe we're getting a little oversaturated with the farming sims, the life sims, and that kind of stuff. I don't think it's the oversaturation. I think it's the oversaturation of not top quality ones. Because you got stuff like, and I don't want to compare every game to Stardew. Not everybody can do what Concerned Ape did with Stardew, or not everybody can do Story of Seasons level, or not everybody can do like Harvest Moon or whatever. But I look at this game and I'm like, it's just like every other farming sim, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look fun. I guess they put like this Australian outback twist on it. I could go play Ty the Tasmanian Tiger if I want that. Like, I don't know. I can understand where people are coming from, where they're like, I'm kind of over the farming sims now. And for me, I'm over them taking this genre and being like, I could sell this, but not really putting a lot of effort into it. And I'm so sorry to the developers of Dinkum if you did put a lot of effort into it. It doesn't, I don't know.
We can only say what we can see, or comment on what we can see. I thought that this looked really bad. I have to say, like, I thought it looked low effort, capitalize, exactly what you just said. Capitalize on the fad, get it out there quickly. Here's like a gimmick that we can put on. I did not think that this looked very good, like, at all. Nor could I say that I thought the next game looked very good. Papucom, which is like, I don't even know what the hell this is. It's like a Splatoon sort of gimmick. I thought this looked rough as well. I don't even have anything else to say about it. It just looked rough. Tamagotchi Life, living the dream. Al, will you be living the dream in spring 2026 when this comes out?
I feel like it looks fun, but maybe just a little too goofy for me. I don't know. I don't have an interest.
This is not for me, like, at all. I'm surprised that we didn't get a release date, actually.
I think people are really excited about it, from what I understand.
I think we should qualify that. I think that there is, like, a small but vocal percentage of people that are excited for this. Maybe I'm wrong, actually. Maybe this will sell, like, millions of copies. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is only coming out for the Switch. I do not think it's coming to Switch 2.
Oh.
So I'm sure that we could look forward at some future direct for the Switch 2 edition of this.
What? Okay. And yeah, okay, that's fine. Move on.
Yeah, I don't know. This isn't for me, but hey, that's okay. Let's quickly go through the partner showcase. A couple games in here that I thought were pretty cool. Mortal Kombat Legacy Edition, or Legacy Collection with a K, excuse me. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not like a big Mortal Kombat fan. I won't be getting this, but I saw this and I was like, this is really cool that like they included like the documentary and like some behind the scenes footage with like the developers and stuff like that. This looks like a package that was put together with care. And I was thinking when I was watching this, Al, about how like last week we were complaining about Mario 3D All Stars, and I was like, this is how you are supposed to do a package like that.
When I saw anything Mortal Kombat, it just takes me back to this year's marathon where it was just me, you, and Goo watching fights from Mortal Kombat movies.
Hell yeah.
I love it. I feel like that's a core memory for me now because it used to be a core memory when I was a kid that I was watching the Mortal Kombat movie from 1995, and my mom came into my life and was like, "Why are you watching this?" And then when we were watching it at the marathon, I was like, "Okay, I can understand why she didn't want us watching this as kids."
Dun, 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 dun.
But that was a really fun time. So anytime I see Mortal Kombat now, I'm like, "Oh, that takes me back to a little memory from the summer."
Can I ask if you've watched Primal episode 2 yet?
No, I do have an interest, but I also have an interest in finishing Arcane, but something about it kind of like really broke me. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could continue.
Dang. Okay.
And same with Primal.
Primal. I mean, it looked incredible, and the first episode was great, but it was too heavy for my heart.
It was rough.
That was rough. Yeah. I by the way, so I'm at I have 2 episodes left in The Last of Us.
Oh,
I think that you should listen to our virtual theater episode when it comes out. Because I do have some thoughts. And as someone that was completely away from all the discourse when that game originally came out, I do have some thoughts.
okay.
So, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. I might be tempted to buy this, actually. This will go on sale. And it includes the DLC with Yuffie, which I didn't play in the original FF7 remake.
So I get really confused with like the Final Fantasy VII stuff because somebody was like, "Well, you have to play this before you played the remake," or "Is this the thing that you play before the remake, or is this the remake?"
This is the remake.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is like you could just play this without ever having played Final Fantasy VII, like in any capacity ever, and you can play this, and it's totally fine. Now you might get a little bit of extra like oomph out of it if you've played the OG Final Fantasy VII. But you could definitely just like go ahead and play this here, and in fact, let me fact check myself. But I'm pretty sure that I saw something where it was like if you like pre-order it or something like that, you actually get the original Final Fantasy VII. Let me stall for me while I fact check this. Oh, here we go. Digital limited early purchase edition includes the original Final Fantasy VII. So there you go.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Now, one last thing. I will say, the original Final Fantasy VII goes on sale on the eShop for like $10, like all the time. And that includes the ability to like fast forward or turn off random battles. So that might be actually the better way to play that game if you ever want to play it. But
Gotcha. I think this is exciting. I already have it on PlayStation 5 and I need to finish it. But if they well, I'll probably stick to PlayStation 5. But I think this is cool for people who don't have a PlayStation 5 and who have been waiting to play this game. And I don't know, the Final Fantasy VII remake names always confuse me. So I was like, what is this I don't know. So I got confused. But I'm assuming they're going to have the second one on there too later.
probably, I think they confirmed that. I think they confirmed that the second one's coming and that all of them are coming, which is great because I'll frankly just wait to play it on the Switch, and I can hear people be like, oh, the Switch is going to run it not as good as like PlayStation 5. Like, that's fine. I'd rather just wait for it on the Switch. So I was really excited about that.
Not everybody can buy the PlayStation 5, so it's like it's understandable.
Mine is just like I'm such a play games portably kind of guy now, you know?
Oh.
Like that just is so much easier
I'm like
for like my
complete
life.
opposite. I'm so opposite. I want it on my big screen.
In an ideal world, like if my big screen was upstairs, like maybe, but like my dog doesn't like coming downstairs, and now he can't come downstairs with his legs. So like, you know, well, I don't know. We'll see. Linked Banner of the Spark. I don't even remember what this game was, but apparently it's out on the Switch right now. This next one, Al, Hades 2. Let's go. Okay,
You want to know something?
Yeah.
I was always interested in Hades. I just haven't like jumped into it yet. But I feel like this trailer was so sick and so cool. It might push me. I think I might play both of these games. It might not happen until next year, but I will.
I think you would really like it, actually. I think you would
too. The art is amazing. That trailer was incredible. Like it really hooked me. Like we were talking about the Age of Imprisonment not really hooking. This hooked me. I was like, oh my God, this looks so good and sounds good and just like looks so cool.
I think like I want to get this game. And actually, so it's funny because I was like, okay, So it's coming out on September 25th digitally, and it's coming out physically in November. So I was like, maybe I could just wait till November because maybe I'll get Pokemon in October instead.
Oh, because this was announced right before.
Yeah, and then I was like, the next game's like Hyrule Warriors, and I was like, well, I guess not. So I might get it digitally and just play it. I like Hades is so awesome. Like this could very well be like in a year where Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, and Metroid Prime 4 are coming out. My game of the year could come down to Silksong versus Hades 2. Like that is how good I think these games are. The first Hades was like so incredible, and this looks like way better. Like the animations look cooler, the weapons look cooler. There's new gods. I am like really stoked about Hades 2. Really excited. Again, I wish it would have came out in the summer though. I gotta say.
Yeah, I think I'll wait until next year. At some point, hopefully earlier in the year, that would be cool. But yeah, I have a lot more interest in playing both of these.
Well, you knew that the Direct had to take a dip at some point, and here it was. Because 45 minutes wasn't enough. We have to suffer a second Kirby Air Rider Direct.
I was wondering why we're doing that.
What in God's green earth could you possibly have to say? Possibly that was not talked about in the first Direct. And I know that people out there like worship Sakurai as like this deity, and you know what, he did a great job with Smash Bros. I just like every other game that Sakurai has ever done, I'm just like, I hate Kid Icarus. I thought stunk. Kirby I think stinks. Like I'm just like, and Kirby's Air Ride is supposed to be like a fun game, and like God bless people that are excited for this, but I was just like, my eyes were so rolled back in my head. Al.
I love that they didn't spend any time on it. They were like, by the way, there will be another Direct.
That's the one positive. Later. Yes. It's just like, well, at least I don't have to like watch it. I
still haven't even watched that Direct. I don't know.
There is no possible way. There is nothing that could get me to watch that Direct. That wouldn't be like life critical, okay? Yeah. Like this is ridiculous. Like how many Directs do we need for like one Kirby game? Like come on. Anyways, and that, you know what, the clumping of release of games together, like, you know, going from Pokemon to Kirby to Age of Imprisonment to Metroid Prime, for some weird reason, it tells me that they don't have confidence in like the big November games to like stand alone by themselves, you know. And I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. I actually would have thought that Pokemon should have been the November game. Put Kirby in October, and like, there you go.
Yeah, I was having the feeling that you're having with between Hyrule Warriors and Prime 4 with Pokemon and Hyrule Warriors. So Pokemon comes out like only 2 weeks-ish before. Yeah. So that kind of sucks because I'm not gonna rush through that game. I probably have to put it on pause while we do Age of Imprisonment and then come back to it later.
I'm probably gonna have. Well, we'll talk about Pokemon when we get there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not a Nintendo Direct without 2 series that show up, and the first is Dragon Quest, which is getting Dragon Quest 7 reimagined, the lesser 7th entry that's getting a reimagining of a JRPG series on this Nintendo Direct. I don't know what it is. Dragon Quest has just never clicked with me. Dragon Quest 11 was supposed to be this like absolutely incredible game, and I just like, I thought it was not good. I didn't like it at all. And I was watching the trailer for this game, the Dragon Quest 7, and I'm looking at the art style, and I'm just like, oh my. Like, you know, in the words of Hank Hill, something ain't right.
I feel really bad because I know that Dragon Quest has like a really good following. I cannot stand the art style. I don't like it, and I feel bad about that. Like, it's cute. It's kind of like a chibi, but it looks like Dragon Ball Z. I just don't like it, and it kind of bugs me, but not in a way that I'm like gonna really like lose sleep about it. I just like, I see it and I'm like, ugh. I feel so bad. I feel like I'm so mean for saying that, but like.
No, I don't think that's mean at all. Like listen, I think in 2D the artwork looks good because it's like the the Chrono Trigger Dragon Ball Z style, but like in 3D, I just think like this looks so awkward and bad and like just I don't know. I'm sure that there's Dragon Quest people out there losing their minds and like I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but man,
I mean,
this
to be fair, not that these styles are too close, but like let me jump over to like my side of the aisle with like the farming sims and stuff. I also don't like the Story of Seasons art style. I don't like the Harvest Moon art style. I wouldn't say it's totally the same, but it's similar. It's like in the similar vein. It's just something about that like cute, compact something that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know. It's not even like a gross feeling. It's just like a I don't like it.
something not right about that boy. Yeah. I would actually go so far, Al, as to say this is the third best remake of a seventh entry in a series that we saw on this direct. Okay?
Okay.
We'll get there. Next up, oh my god, this was so awesome. This was maybe legitimately the highlight of this direct if you take out the Metroid Prime 4 stuff. Dude, when they announced that Virtual Boy is coming to NSO, I legitimately cheered. I was just like, holy crap, this is so weird and so great and so like I absolutely love that Virtual Boy is coming. Now, let's talk about some of the negatives here. Like, one, you need a Virtual Boy peripheral to play this, and it's going to cost like $150. So like, you can't just play these, okay? I don't know, man. I'm going to buy that peripheral, and I'm really excited because, like, number one, I think it's a really cool collector's item. Number two, I've never got to play a Virtual Boy, and I've always really wanted to. And, like, $150 for the peripheral and then access to, like, every Virtual Boy game is actually, like, not that ridiculous of a deal when you compare it to, like, okay, an actual Virtual Boy is going to cost you like $500, and then you have to find all the games, which are, let's just say, $50 each. Like, you're looking at $1,000 by the time, maybe not quite, but you know what I mean. Like, depending on the rarity or depending on the availability, like, and this is actually like a decently economic option for the sickos like me that want to collect and experience this. So this is going to have a niche audience, but I will also say this, Al. I think that this peripheral thing like completely stomps on however many Virtual Boys were sold back in the day. Maybe it's not quite a fair comparison. It's not apples to apples, but like I think that this thing outsells the Virtual Boy, like for sure.
I had no idea what the heck a Virtual Boy was until Friday. I didn't even
No,
know it
you
existed.
didn't. No, you didn't.
I had no clue. No, I seriously had no idea.
What?
When did the Virtual Boy come out?
Like 95 or something like that.
Okay, I was 2.
Okay, I'm like not that much older than you. I know what a Virtual Boy is.
I was 2. I didn't know what the Virtual Boy was.
You've been in this Zelda business for a decade. You didn't know what the Virtual Boy was?
Is there a Zelda Virtual Boy game?
Well, no, there's hardly any virtual. There's Wario. Wario has a game, and I think Mario has. Actually, Mario Tennis is on the Virtual Boy, so that is the Mario Tennis that I will be playing. But
Okay,
no,
again,
there's not.
some Mario stuff that I don't go out of my way to look into. I had no idea this was a thing. I was like, oh, are they trying to jump into the virtual reality world, like like
Oh my god!
everywhere else?
I cannot believe that. This is like
legitimately had no idea
Nintendo's
what this
most
was.
infamous flop ever.
Oh, that's so sad. Like even worse than like the Wii and the or the Wii U.
Way worse than the Wii U.
Aw, bummer.
Way worse. Like this
I
thing
feel
was
like if
out
that
and
comes
out of
out-
commission like right away.
If that thing was coming out in 1995, though, I feel like that would be so cool.
It was definitely like it was ahead of its time, but it was also just like not. I don't know if there was like the audience for it, but I mean, it did have some, and it didn't have like a bunch of great titles either. To be fair, like it had. So the titles that are coming out are Wario Land, which I'm really looking forward to playing. Mario Tennis, Mario Clash, like, but those are kind of the big ones. Like you got Tetris, you got golf, you got pinball, bowling, but like Space Invaders, but like there wasn't really that kind of like big game, you know?
Yeah. You know what this thing looks like to me? You know those little eyeglasses that you would put up to your head, like the toy, and you would click it, you click the lever on the side, and the pictures would move? That's what this looks like to me.
Kind of the same idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and there is a $25 cardboard version if you just want to play the game, so you don't have to get the peripherals. to play this either.
I feel like that'd be a cool thing to like put on your shelf, though.
Totally. That's like half of why I'm gonna buy it, just because like I've always wanted a Virtual Boy because they're very hard to find.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, I was enlightened about this, and I think it's cool. I don't think I'll get it, but I'm super excited for you that it's something that you've been wanting forever and finally get to enjoy.
I mean, it's definitely for like the Nintendo sickos out there, like the collectors and stuff like that. Like I'll buy it and use it, but like it's primarily going to be a collector's item for sure. I won't pretend that it won't be.
Do you think they'll like ever add to the library? Like, do you think they'll create stuff to add to it?
Like new games? No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Bummer.
Like, I don't know how many Virtual Boy games there were. Like, this could very well, like, the 14 games here could very well be the only 14 games that were made for the Virtual Boy. I'd have to look into that. I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. But I just thought it was great. Like, I remember seeing a meme, like, 2 years ago when we were all wanting, like, GameCube on NSO, and it was like, put Virtual Boy on NSO, cowards, and, like, here we are. You know?
Oh my god, I love that.
So, I thought this was great. Okay, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. That just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's okay.
I've never played a Fatal Frame game before.
Huh?
I've never played a Fatal Frame game before, and I don't know that this sold me on it.
It's a horror. I'm not... There's no way I'm interested.
Have you ever played, like, any horror games?
No,
like Resident Evil.
I kind of joined that era in like 2013, the early 2010s, where you would watch the YouTubers play the horror games.
Okay.
And I didn't even like that.
Okay. So. You're missing out on some great games.
No, I'm okay.
I'm
probably missing out on some great movies too, but like I just don't want to.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what the gimmick of these games is, but I can't say that this one did a whole lot for me here. We had a ton of Switch 2 editions of video games here that were shown off, including One Piece, Pirate Warriors 4, Overcooked 2, Human Fall Flat, which was like this blatant Fall Guy ripoff, and Stardew Valley, which I thought was already on Switch 2.
No, I don't think it was a Switch 2 version. I think they were enhancing something. I would have to go back and watch. But I was surprised to see like Switch or Stardew Valley on it. Anyways, yeah, you could play Stardew Valley on the Switch too. It's not new.
What about... I know that you don't like horror movies, Al. What about Power Wash Simulator 2?
How is that a horror movie?
Well, it's not. That's why I'm asking if you like it.
Oh, you know what?
It's a Zen cleaning game.
Yeah, I'm not about that, but I could understand how people are about that. So, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen like my dad get like really in the zone when he comes to like power washing the deck or whatever, and he's just like that's probably like really therapeutic for him. So I'm like I can understand the need for this game.
How do you say this? I said it on the Omega Metroid podcast, and Doom had to correct me. Suika Game Planet.
Suika?
Is that how
you say it? That's how I would say it.
So Sam actually like plays this on her phone, and it's funny because like she doesn't download this game. She plays like this farming game. It's called Farmsville, and it's like one of those games where you have an island, and then it's like you populate it with like little shops, and like you have to harvest your crops and stuff like that, and like you play mini games to get I don't know like points so that you can keep on doing stuff or whatever. It's like one of those Facebook games that you play.
Yeah.
And there's ads for it, and one of the ads is like this game. So she'll play the game in the ad, but not like actually like download it herself. So I was like, you should just download this. It'll be like $5. It'll be fun. So I actually was like kind of excited for this when I saw it, thinking of Sam.
It looks really cute.
Okay. I talked a lot about this game on the Omega Metroid podcast, but we had a new trailer for Metroid Prime 4. Allison, I would like your thoughts and reactions as kind of an outside observer.
As an outside observer, and somebody who hasn't been like paying attention like actively, the motorcycle is new, isn't it?
It is. It was a new feature.
I was like, this is new and this is sick. So I thought that was really cool.
Okay.
And I almost was like, is this Prime 4? Because I don't remember seeing a motorcycle for Prime 4 in the past. So I was wondering, are you getting another Metroid game?
This is new.
So that's what and then I started seeing the first person visuals, and I was like, okay, no, this is Prime 4. And I don't know, I just thought it looked really cool. And then I was seeing some of the characters that you pointed out to me, like that cool guy that comes through the wall in the first trailer.
Silex, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I saw him, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, he's there. He looks cool." And of course, again, this is as somebody who's like not invested, not interested, or like sort of interested, but not invested. So I'm like seeing all this stuff that I know you've talked about, and I was like, "This is cool. This is sick." But in the back of my mind, I was like, "This is when we're gonna get the release date. This is when Andy's gonna get the release date." And like, watch it be December.
Yeah.
And guess what it was?
I was ready for December. I mean, it was either December or it was getting delayed. Like that
Yeah.
was kind of like the two options going in. So yeah. But there's been a lot of discourse about this trailer. Actually, people are like, "Oh, I don't think the bike looks very polished or very good," and I'm like,
What are you talking about? It looks sick.
I'm just like, what trailer are you watching? Like, I don't understand.
This gave me like the same vibes as the Master Cycle Zero when they're
Yeah.
like making it look like that old anime. You
Yeah.
know, the guy with the motorcycle?
Akidia.
Yeah.
I always
You
want
knew
to say
what I
it
was
like
talking about.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. The Akira
Yeah.
slide. I was like really high on this trailer. There's been some division among Metroid fans, so I mean I'm glad to hear that you think it looks good because I think it looks like awesome.
Yeah, I think it looks awesome.
You know what?
I
And
think
it's
fun to ride a motorcycle.
it's going for it. Like this is something definitely different. So I respect that it's going for it. You know, if nothing else.
Yes.
Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC. So you go to Kong DK Island. I actually thought that this looked pretty cool, Al, but like this costs $30
Ooh.
in Canada. Like that's
Oh.
for like one level. So there's probably like 15 or 16 levels in this game. Like one level costs $30, and I was just like, no way. Sorry.
They're not gonna like. Are they gonna add levels, but you already paid for it, or are they gonna make it cost more?
I don't think so. I think it's just like you pay the DLC for one level. There's like a new like gem rush kind of mode that you can do, but like that doesn't really stir the drink for me. Which is too bad because I thought that it actually looked kind of cool when I saw it.
All I could think when I saw it was like, oh my gosh, I still have to play that game. So
Yeah. I
yeah.
don't know. Okay, I was watching this direct, and I was like, there is one game that I know. I can see it as if I could see her face right now that Allison Aletha went crazy about. I was like, this is the most Allison game that I have ever seen in my life. And it is Pokemon Crossing, officially called Pokemon Pokopia.
Yeah.
It's Animal Crossing, but with Pokemon.
Yeah.
You're like a Ditto person. And tell me that I am incorrect, that you did not love this game when it was announced.
I don't want to say I like freaked out, but I was interested. I was like, oh my god, it looks like Animal Crossing. It's so cute. Like, look at the trees. They look like Animal Crossing trees. And then like, I think what I was as I was watching it, I was like, why is it all the Kanto Pokemon? You barely see any of the other Pokemon, you know? So
DLC.
I don't know why. Huh?
DLC, I bet you.
Well, I don't know. I just like sometimes I get a little turned off when I'm like, okay, I'm tired of seeing all the same 151 Pokemon. There's 1,000 Pokemon. Like, let's change it up a little bit. And I swear to God, if you have to collect every single Pokemon in this game, I already have enough of those. So, but like, it looks super cute. I think I'll play it. I love that you're a Ditto becoming a person, and I just think that's kind of cute. And the derpy little face is cute. And yeah, I think the only thing that really kind of turned me off, I was like, why is it all the Kanto though? Like, where are all the other Pokemon?
I'm sure they're coming. I'm sure they're coming.
There was like a couple that you saw here, like a Timber. I don't really care for Timber. There was like Pomo from the recent gen, but yeah, not a lot.
Yeah, but they're going to be there. I feel very confident saying that. I think this game is going to be huge. I really think
so
it's going to be
too.
huge. Like this seems like such a natural pairing.
Literally Animal Crossing New Horizons specifically because of how you build your island, how you can build the little lakes, how you could build the cliffs and like the little staircase. It's literally Animal Crossing but Pokemon.
Yeah. So Pokemon Crossing comes out in 2026. I can't say that I'll be grabbing this one, but I was just like, I thought of you watching this.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah. Pokemon Legends ZA. I thought this was a great trailer for
This
the
was
game.
a great trailer, and I popped off for Mega Delphox. So Fennekin is one of my favorite Pokemon starters, and I always thought Delphox looked so cool, but now Delphox is like a witch on broomsticks. That is so cool. And then also Greninja looks awesome. Chestnut always kind of looked disappointing to me, so I don't really care.
I thought
But, like,
Chestnut looked cool actually in here. He reminded me of oh god, of Dimitri from Three Houses with his long cape and like spear and stuff like that. And I was like,
yeah, and like the furry front.
yeah, like I've always been a grass starter guy, so I took Chestnut as well. But I thought that one was a little bit like eh. But I thought that all three evolutions I thought looked really cool in this game.
The way they've been slowly announcing all these new megas has been really fun. And they've been really, some of them have been like really satisfying to look at and like really cool. So it's been fun to like get, because I always like the mega evolutions. I played XY specifically, and that was like a fun time. So yeah, I'm excited to see even more Pokemon have megas, and I'm sad that Delphox can't be my starter. I still haven't decided
Why
what my
can't
starter
Delphox be your starter?
Well, because you have to pick from the three: the Tepig, the
That's right.
Totodile,
Yeah.
and the Chikorita. And I still haven't decided if I want Chikorita or Tepig. I think it's going to be based on what their megas look like.
I actually don't love the Greninja Mega, I will say. I think it's just okay. And I didn't love the Dragonite Mega as well. I thought
The
it kind of
Dragonite's
looked...
okay.
Yeah, just like,
I
okay.
think Greninja's kind of cool. He's on like a spinning shuriken, which is neat. I think there's Victory Bell and then Malar. They just announced.
Victory Bell looks great.
Looks cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Victory Bell looks good, yeah.
Yeah, I think that this game looks really fun. It's a lower priority game for me, so I hate to say I'll probably have to push it till some point in 2026.
Although I've been seeing news, and I don't know, I haven't gone and confirmed it for myself, but I feel like it's real, where they're saying if you transfer a Pokemon from home into Legends ZA, you can't transfer it back to any other game, which is weird because that's like the purpose of home. And if it can go into, if it's like compatible with any game, it should be able to go into any game. So like people were holding on to shinies to move into this game, and then they would probably move it out and do it into the next Pokemon game. It just seems weird that they would specifically create home to do that and then not allow you to do that in the new Pokemon game. Seems really weird and like backwards.
Yeah, a little bit. I need someone out there to tell me how I can get my Pokemon off the 3DS.
I think there's a way, but
Okay.
it's probably very convoluted.
Well, if any Pokemaniacs out there want to help me out, let me know. There was also the DLC that was announced, Mega Dimension, and we've got Raichu, two versions of Raichu Mega Evolution.
Yeah, the X and Y version. But I'm like, why are we announcing DLC before the games even come out?
I'm fine with that, actually.
I think that's weird. And I also don't care for the XY Raichu Megas.
Oh, I thought they looked cool.
I thought they were goofy, but okay.
Well, let's move on. Danganronpa. I hope I got that right. I'm going to try that again. Danganronpa. No, I think I did get that right. I have been told that I would really like this game. It's like a visual novel, like kind of like Ace Attorney style type of game.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that like I would go out of my way to play it, but I don't know. Maybe. It's coming to Switch soon.
I don't really have any thoughts about it, to be honest.
Thoughts on Dynasty Warriors Origins for Nintendo Switch and the DLC.
It looked kind of cool. I'm not going to get it.
Yeah, I was just like, what is this? Come on. Okay, so earlier I said that you cannot have a Nintendo Direct without two series. And
I knew it.
Here's the second series. If it is actually a crime if you have a Nintendo Direct and at some point, somewhere, Monster Hunter does not show up. And
I'm surprised it wasn't the first thing shown.
man, so Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection. Like, what are these games? Like, I just like there's so many Monster Hunter games in each Direct, and it's just like they all have weird names, and it's just like, is this the same game as last time? Is it a new game? Is it like, I'm sure that this is a fun series, but like, man, like from a distance, it's just like
I'm not I'm
Yeah.
not interested.
No.
Sorry.
No. I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, bunch of third-party games here. We don't even need to go over them. Actually, there's nothing really of note. And then what Allison was looking forward to, what she really was clamoring for, was the Resident Evil showcase. And my sources tell me that she's gonna buy them all. Resident Evil 9 Requiem coming to Nintendo
Is that new?
Switch. Yes,
That's a new one, right? Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I told
it's
my
not even
dad, and
out yet.
he's like, they're still making Resident Evil games. I'm like, yeah, they just announced a new one.
Yeah, I have to say actually. So I thought when this trailer started, I got really excited, and I was just like, those crazy bastards. They gave us the Virtual Boy, and now they're remaking Eternal Darkness from the GameCube, and then it was Resident Evil 9. And I was like, that's too bad. But this looks pretty cool. I fell off Resident Evil after like 5. I did play the remake of 2 and 3. Haven't done 4 yet, but I think I might actually like get back into Resident Evil 7 and 8 and probably 9.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
I have never played a Resident Evil game, and I never will.
Oh, Al, you're missing out. What would it take to get you to play a Resident Evil game?
A sudden, like, I don't know, no fear, no, I don't know. I just know how I am after playing horror stuff or watching horror stuff, and I'm not in an okay place.
What if we did it together?
No, that's okay.
Ugh, jeez. Tough crowd. Okay. I see a comment. I've played 5, and it was like a pure action game. I thought it sucked. And I thought I heard that 6 was even worse, so I skipped it actually. So I don't know. We'll see. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave was the closer for this Nintendo Direct, and I thought that this looks really good. It looks really fun. Looks really polished. I was surprised that it closed the Direct.
I mean, I thought it looked interesting, and I was okay with it closing the Direct. I think the reason maybe they had it close the Direct is because, was it Sothis at the end?
Totally was. Yeah, totally was.
So that to me, I was like, okay, Fire Emblem, cool. And then I was like, Sothis? Like, what is Sothis doing here? So
yeah. It's definitely going to be
can see
some
that
sort of
being, like,
connection.
a really hype moment for people who love Three Houses.
Totally. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And, like, Sothis may just be a new character, kind of like Tiki, where it's just, like, a character that appears in, like, every Fire Emblem game that doesn't necessarily have, like, a connection, or like an Anna, like, you know what I mean? That's in every Fire Emblem game. So we'll see what that looks like, but, like, I thought that this looked really, really good. I thought that the battle looks good, the character design looks cool. I think Fire Emblem is just on, like, a great run from... Honestly, since like Fire Emblem Awakening came out in 2013 and like onwards, like I have no reason to think that this won't be incredible.
Yeah. I feel like someday I will play that. It depends on what's coming out around it, but like now that I've like dipped my toes in Fire Emblem, I think like I'll stick to maybe the 3D console games and like kind of go from there and maybe branch out a little bit more. We'll see. But like, yeah, I saw this and I was like, I really like Three Houses, so I probably will like this.
I beg you to play Fire Emblem Awakening. You would really like it, I think.
What's that on?
3DS.
Okay, maybe. Yep.
It's on 3DS, but like it's pretty much like the same kind of idea as Three Houses, like very user friendly battle system and all that kind of stuff. So this will be something that I go out of my way to get probably day one when it comes out.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I think it depends on what's coming out around it, but like, yeah, if there's not a lot coming out around it, then I'll probably get it day one too.
If this comes out, man, if this comes out in like Q1 of 2026, okay, that's where I draw the line. Okay, but I kind of don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like this is probably a year out, but
I think it's also a year and a half out.
Very. I doubt that is the one new game that I was just like, okay, this looks really cool. There was a lot of information about games I knew were coming, like Metroid Prime 4 or Age of Imprisonment, that I thought looked really good. But in terms of like actual new game announcements, like there was that. There was Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. And, well, I guess, like, Mario Tennis, which I just did nothing for me. But, like, other than that, I kind of thought, like, that was it. And I guess Pokemon Crossing. Like, those are your big kind of new games that were announced. So I was kind of like, yeah, that was, like, solid. You know?
Yeah, it was a solid direct. I'm I'm glad it came when it came. We were expecting it to be in September. I'm just wondering, so they opened up with the Mario 40th, right? Because just like they did with the 35th, they're doing like this big shindig. But like, are we gonna do anything for Zelda 40th? Like, there's usually a direct in February, March. That's gonna be Zelda's 40th.
I don't think that we need to. Like, I don't know.
I think it would be fun if we did. I want to celebrate Zelda a little bit more.
What do you want? You know?
I want a Zelda All Stars, Ocarina, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker in a one collector's edition. I've been saying this for years. Since 35, I've been saying this.
You know what, Al? I want a gold toilet, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Why would you want a gold toilet?
I don't. You know what? I was just thinking that as I was saying it. Why is that the saying? Like,
I don't know.
What do you do with a gold toilet?
Why do you need that?
I don't know. Do you have like diamond toilet paper?
Ew, that sounds painful.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This really went off the rails. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I feel like Mario 35 seemed to like exist because it was COVID and they needed to do something, as we talked about last week. Mario is like just so significantly bigger than everything else is the thing.
I feel like we celebrated the 25th a bit with like Skyward Sword, and then you had the Dark Horse book series starting, and then so I felt, and like they mentioned it in the game. I think that's cool. Like even something small like that, like bring back a book series, like make new books, Dark Horse books. I don't know, just something would be cool.
Yeah. Like I'm certainly not opposed to it. I just 40 to me is like kind of like a 50. That I think is like a really big anniversary that you should definitely celebrate.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that we said that when it was 35, and we were like waiting to see if they were going to do anything for Zelda 35, and we are like, maybe it's just because it's 35, they'll do something at 40.
40 is more of an important milestone than 35 is for sure. I did not like. The only reason that Mario 35 existed was because of COVID. I don't think there was like big plans to celebrate that otherwise. I could be wrong. We'll see. There it is. What would you grade this Nintendo Direct?
A B. I think a B. Like it was solid, and maybe a little too long. Maybe there are some stuff that I don't care about, but that's like every Direct.
Yeah.
But the stuff that I do care about, or that I know my friends care about, I was really excited about. So yeah. I
had said a B, and by the end of my recording with Doom, I actually went up to a B plus. But I think I got to go back to B. Like, I thought the Metroid Prime 4 trailer was the highlight for me, obviously. Virtual Boy was incredible. Fire Emblem looks really great. There's a couple trailer, like Age of Imprisonment, Hades, I thought looked great. But there was a lot of just, like, stuff that I was just kind of like, yeah. Which, as you say, is, like, every Direct. But it just seemed light on new stuff. It was a Direct that, like, gave you more information about what you know was coming and didn't give you those, like, kind of like big new announcements necessarily, which isn't the worst, but you know, that is kind of like what gets you excited a little bit about watching these Directs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think a B is good.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it would have been a D if the 45-minute Kirby Direct would have been put in there, so.
They wouldn't have done that.
That I can tell you for sure. Okay. Well, Al, any final thoughts before we get on out of here?
No, I'm really glad the Direct happened when it did. I feel like that was a good time to do it.
All right. Okay, everybody. Well, then that is going to do it for us. Thank you for listening, and we're going to be back next week with a more in-depth breakdown of that Age of Imprisonment trailer. We'll see what we can learn. We'll see what we can figure out. Start thinking about your questions for Age of Imprisonment, because we're going to do a Q&A episode next week. Because we're actually like gone midweek in.
Yeah, we'll be back at the end.
So I think we'll be back in time to do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we had planned for that weekend, we're not doing. We'll push that.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll play it by ear. I'll tell you what, we'll play it by ear. Anyways,
okay, well,
start sending your questions now, everybody. Okay? Start thinking about them. We are going to get out of here. Of course, we want to encourage everybody to check us out wherever you get your podcasts. Go like and subscribe and recommend and rate and review and all that kind of good stuff if you got a Zelda fan in your life. And They just want more Zelda content. They can't get enough. Tell them about the Zelda Cast, where they can get their weekly Zelda fix. And if they really need more Zelda in their life, by God, they can go to patreon.com/spnet. They can go and sign up for the Zelda Cast XL. It's even more Zelda content with me and Gooey, and $4 gets you in the door. There is a ton of other stuff there as well. Episodes about each animated Zelda cartoon episode. Just like a whole ton of stuff. So go and check it out. Give us a follow over on Blue Sky. I am at Spateri316. Al is at Allison Aletha, and we are at the Zelda Cast. And hey, pop over in our Discord. Come and say hi. Come and join us over on Zelda Dungeons Discord and talk Zelda with fellow geeks over there. Okay, everybody. We hope that you enjoyed the Nintendo Direct. We'll be back here next week. So until then, take care.
Hey.
Hey everyone! If you enjoyed this clip and want to see more of the Zelda Cast, make sure to head over to your favorite podcast platform of choice and subscribe. There are over 200 episodes in the vault that will provide you with hundreds of hours of Zelda content for you to enjoy. You can listen to us when you're on a walk, fighting Ganon, trying to sleep, whatever. And if you want to see these shows as they happen, make sure to head over to twitch.tv/the Zelda Cast, where you can watch our beautiful faces talk about Zelda every single week. Don't miss out, and we'll see you next time.